These videos are brought to you by His Vessel Academy. Check us out at hisvesselacademy.com. Multiplication with Mary Carroll. Actually, I wanted to talk about, recently I was tutoring a student that was in 3rd grade, and I wanted to kind of talk about what to do when they're stuck in the hall, if they're a student, or if you're at home and you're trying to tutor or teach all of your children homeschooling and you're like, go figure it out. So here is a great way to figure out how to do multiplication, because most of your students at certain ages can probably do the 2 times 3. All right, if you ask the child if they're doing the multiplications, typically the 2s and the 3s are, and even up to the 4s, aren't too bad. Usually you can get them. So you ask them what is 2 times 3 and they can probably say 6. But if you ask them what 6 times 9 is, a lot of times they're having struggles with that. And you want to make sure that they get it. So the student that I'm talking about, she is actually in the public school system, and she is being told by her teacher to go out in the hall and do her multiplication tables. And so she's like, I'm getting frustrated because I'm not sure what to do. She's a 3rd grader. And so what I told her to do is we're going to try a trick, okay? And that is, what is the highest multiplication of 6 that you know? You might say, well, I might know 4, like, maybe you know 6 times 4, and 6 times 4 is 24. Maybe you don't, maybe you know something lower, but we're going to go ahead and show you some tips. Well, let's think about 4 here. We're not going to touch 6, we only want to touch 4 because we want to get up to 9. And so 4 plus what equals 9? Hopefully you said 5, right? And we're going to do 6 times 5. Well, hopefully you can figure that one out as 30. And then we can add the 2 of them together, and we end up with 54. And believe it or not, 6 times 9 is 54. So now your child has figured out a strategy to solve some of those harder things. So let's try another one. So what if we have something like 9 times 12? And they're like, I know 9 times 3. Hopefully they got up to that point, all right? 9 times 3 is 27. You might say, well, I think I know 9 times 4 is 36. All right, so I know it's 7, 8, 9. So what is 2 times 9? 9 times 2. Because what I want is I want these all to add up to 12. Okay, so we're just going to keep going until we get to there. So maybe they can only start at 18. And so we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 3 more. So let's go ahead and repeat 9 times 3, which is 27. And we're going to sit here and we're going to add all this. Now, you might have been able to do like 9 times 5. Who knows? Maybe you knew that was 45. But keep in mind, if you didn't know 9 times 45, so we're going to talk about what 9 times 5 is. Take a look at this. 8 plus 7 is 15. We carry the 1. 2, 3, 4, 45. So hey, 9 times 5 is 45. So one of the numbers always has to stay the same. The other one has to be added up to what we're looking for. It's kind of a part of distributive property. So let's go ahead and now kind of thinking about this. All right, I just kind of want to make sure you're catching on as a student, as a parent, how some ways we can teach them. So we're back up to this 9 times 12. Okay, so we're going to do 9 times 5, which is the 45. We did it. All right, and we're going to do 9 times 5 again. Okay, so we're going to do 45. Well, now we're at 10, and we're going to do 9 times 2, because we're trying not to add too much if we can. So 5 and 5 is 10, right? And that's 8, so it would be 8, and we carry the 1. 4, 8, 9, 10, so we put this, and look at that, 9 times 12 is 108. And this is the easiest way to learn your multiplication tables. You can do that with any sets of numbers. You have to keep one of them the same, so always keep your lowest number the same, and then just make sure the other number adds up to the same amount. So 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12. So therefore, 9 times 12, or 12 times 9, is 108. Hopefully that helped and gave you some ideas of how to teach your children how to do multiplication on their own. At His Vessel Academy, we offer live interactive classes as well as some self-paced courses. Visit hisvesselacademy.com for more information and register today.